Breaker 19, here come the judge. Billy Clyde Tuggle, the truck driving son of a bitch. Part-time truck driver, part-time lawyer, full-time son of a bitch. Tonight we have another truck accident. I do believe it's a fatality. We'll get into that a little bit later. But so we're going to have some sensitivity to the loved ones of the man who lost his life in this accident. And the man presenting this video is an actual real-life truck driver. So let's get into that, and we'll start that video.
Hey guys, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. So last week we had this wreck. Last Friday I released this footage of the actual wreck, and a lot of people have been asking for updates, okay? In case you guys didn't know, this wreck right here that we're showing here happened in Dayton, Ohio.
Now, for as much as I watched of this video so far, there are no new updates up to the point where I watched it. I'm sure there are some coming, but let's get back in there.
Going northbound on Interstate 75. And this prime truck right here, which appears to be a company. Listen, I'm not 100% for certain if this prime.
You see there, the trailer clearly has an Amazon Prime logo on it.
Truck, this Amazon Prime right here, let's pause it right here. This day cab, if that's actual company man, if a W-2 company man for Amazon. Some say she is. Some say they're not. Obviously, it's got the natural gas tank right here behind the cab, and you have the.
Now, see, there's I would have no idea that was a natural gas tank there. So, the man has some knowledge.
The what do you call it? The arrow, the prime arrow right there.
Well, that is the prime phallic symbol logo. I want you to look at it from a different point of view and see if you agree with me or not. You'll never see that damn arrow the same way again.
On the door, where if that was an owner operator, that would be a totally different looking truck, I guarantee you. Now, there could be a third party company that owns these trucks that is hired by Amazon.
Let me show you what he's looking at there. Just move that for a second.
Okay, there's that. In case anyone has been wondering, if you're just new because you're watching this wreck in Dayton, you say if you live in the Dayton area and you're wanting answers, guys, Amazon has been in a lot of hot water over the last couple of years, at least, especially this year, but last couple of years of
so you move right there behind where I moved the camera image. You can see the logo on the door. Nothing to see there. It's just another Amazon logo.
These guys pulling Amazon trailers, they're owner operators. They're separate companies from Amazon. Something called Amazon Relay. Now, this is not Amazon Relay that I know of. I don't think it is. So Amazon's been in hot water because there's been multiple wrecks with multiple fatalities involving Amazon. So here's a wreck. As you can see up here, heavy traffic up here. People are stopping. You see this van right here? This is the victim. That's the victim right there.
As he points out that white van, that's the victim in the upcoming accident. I like to point out the silver or gray van following behind the Amazon truck. Watch this guy too.
And you see, he goes over there into that lane. Now, as a professional driver, you're slowing down. So the driver that took this video, this dash cam, they see that the slowdown is happening. So he's letting off the accelerator, right? He's backing off of it. But this Prime does not stop. Amazon Prime does not stop. There is no braking here. If you look, there's no brake. Let's go frame by frame here. There is no brake. Watch the lights on the back of this guy's trailer. There's no lights. He does not slow down. I don't know who this driver is. We're going to talk about that here in a second. They do not slow down. This is where they make impact with.
Here's the gray van I'm talking about.
The van. I did hear a report from this driver that they were looking.
Minivan, station wagon, cross track, whatever the hell that thing is. Might be a Subaru.
At their phone. That's unconfirmed. But this is where the impact happens. You actually may see a flash of brake lights there. Yeah, there's the brake lights right there. You look right there. Okay, no brake lights. Brake lights right there. Pretty much right as the impact was taking place. And at this time, there's so much forward momentum. I mean, it can't be stopped. It's too late.
Now you look, see if you can see my mouse over here. There's already parts flying off of shit over here. I don't know what he's hit so far. That it looks like the van's already beginning to crush, and there's already parts over there.
And then you see the truck sandwiches in that van to that other truck. Now the news media.
We're watching an accident which causes a death, and we got a skeleton on the screen. That's not me. That's that guy. That's a bit insensitive, but whatever.
Reports sit there and say is a chain reaction. This is not a chain reaction. This is one driver's negligence. This is what this is. And there's nothing for this hope for the victim. So the victim's name is Kevin Brindle. And I'm hoping you guys are paying attention to this. I know the family has been notified of my first video of this. And because I was the first to bring this. The reason.
Now he may say this in a minute, I don't know. On the last video, he explained that somebody emailed him this video. So this is not his own truck. He's watching this video just like we are. He is not driving the truck that's taking the video. Be clear on that.
I waited because I waited like 12 hours to put this out. The original video out on this because I thought the media or the police department already had this.
Need a key fob? Don't go to the dealer. Keyless Entry Remote Inc. has you covered. We sell genuine.
And so after release.
And no, Billy Clyde can't afford the YouTube no commercial bullshit that's like $75 a month or whatever the hell it is. I don't have that. So we got to deal with the commercials. Otherwise, we got to record it first, snap it up in Adobe Resolve, and then upload it. I don't got time for that. So we're going to snip the commercials out as quick as we can with the skip button.
Releasing this video, I was contacted by the Dayton Police Department, and they were requesting this video. And then shortly after that, the local media was reaching out as well. But I've been waiting to sit there and find out if there's been any new information about this driver, because we've seen wrecks just like this in the past where the driver is arrested.
Now you see that Subaru there, that cross track, whatever the hell that is, He's commencing to the point where he's about to get too close to that truck when he notices that truck's going awry off to the left, and he catches on and starts to hit the brakes. But now he's heading for those parts and shit that are sitting over here.
You know, you hear it, they're arrested on the spot. They don't even make it out like, hey, we're going to detain you, at least to, at least get all the footage, get everything. Because watch this. Let me back up here. You see this right here? You see this right here? This is a camera. I guarantee you, if this truck goes to the links to put cameras on the side to look down the sides of the truck, you got a camera in the front of the truck too. And more than likely has a camera facing the driver. And that camera is AI. Okay. And
I do not think if he mentioned that last time, I didn't notice. But if there's a camera facing the driver and that son of a bitch is sitting there looking at his phone, we got prison time coming.
These cameras are, an impact like this will set those cameras off. It don't take much to set these cameras off. But we don't know because
what they should do is constantly record and delete every few minutes. And then when there's an accident, it'll save the last 2 minutes and forward. Now, Billy Clyde's just making that shit up. I don't know. But that way, if you had a running piece of video in time and then the accident happens and you had 2 minutes before that, you'd know exactly what was going on from all those cameras.
Local police department was looking for anyone with cameras and anyone with footage when you could probably see it on this truck. Again, I'm not a part of the investigation. I've been contacted, like I said, but I don't know the ends of it. I guarantee you, the lawyers on this are going to have a field day, as well they should. This is one of those things where nuclear verdict is what they call it, should happen, because Amazon has been wrapped around these wrecks for all year this year, but for...
Well, you think to some degree, no matter who owns the truck, who owns the trailer, or who employs the driver, to some degree, Amazon has some sort of responsibility, even if they're not the owner of the truck and the employee of the driver. They should have some kind of partial responsibility there, but Billy Clyde's making that shit up too. I don't know the real answer to that.
Years now, and it just don't seem like they're slowing down. And you think, well, it's just because they're so large. Well, Swift is large too. Swift gets in wrecks. The other Prime Inc. is large. And they get in wrecks, but they get in this many fatality wrecks. Is there this many and to this magnitude? It's almost as if, and this is my opinion, as if their training standards for drivers aren't good enough.
Well, that's him making the assumption that it's an Amazon driver. We have not determined that, but chances are it probably is.
Whether it be for their company drivers, if they have some. Again, there's conflicting, but
a company as big as Amazon, and they hire a trucking company and lease those trucks or lease those drivers, if that's the right terminology for a contract driver. You would think that they would verify that they had a certain level of training, either in advance or that Amazon applies to them before they let them hit the road in that big ass semi truck.
Having a standard for the people who pull their trailers, because this has been...
If you get a chance, go look at Billy Clyde's other video about the truck accident where we got the illegal truck driver with a fake driver's license from a state where he is not a documented worker, and he does a U-turn in the middle of the highway and 3 people are killed. It's horrible. If you go back and look at one of my other videos there, and you can see that.
happening so much by, anyway, this is a sad situation, but my thing is that why isn't this driver been arrested? I waited all weekend to wait on any news, and then half the day on this Monday, and just only to find out there's no news on this when it's clear what happens here.
We're at a good week and a half after the actual accident happened. What is that date there? 11/6, and today is 11/17.
And I'm going to sit there and say this may piss a lot of you guys off, but that's just, it's just what I do here. But when we've been calling for foreigners to stop driving trucks, right?
Have you seen all those arrests they're making? Hundreds of foreigners have lost their CDLs, whether they were not properly qualified, not properly licensed, not properly vetted or trained or whatever, but they are out to get them now. And that's even before this accident. There's been a couple, like, for instance, the one I have in that other video, they go on, it's Fox News, it's blaming all kinds of, you really want to use the immigration as a political tool while you're talking about 3 lives that were lost? I don't know, man, but Billy Clyde knows that there may be a problem here.
These foreigners are arrested on the spot, where this guy or female, again, there's a lot of conflicting.
So is that fair? Because he was a citizen, or she was a citizen, maybe he wasn't arrested, whereas the immigrant would get arrested? Now, that don't make any sense. Don't matter who you are, you just fucked up and broke the law. You need to be arrested.
Reports on this was not arrested and was able to go home that night. Well, this driver in this van was unable to go home. At least we get down to the bottom of it.
Boy, that silver car is almost hitting the wall over there. Look right behind that skeleton's head.
This is serious enough. I mean, what would it would take if more people would have to pass away than just one? I'm not sitting there saying arrest everybody, but this is my thing. This is my thing that I've always thought of trucking. This is I'll just go ahead and play it full speed right there. Yeah, look at that. See? It's crazy, huh? That's just full speed. So
the best companion for your fantasy team is Fantasy View. Track stats while
one of the things that we're always told, and one thing I always thought of, especially in my early days of trucking, the reason why I stopped really, doing the things I did when I was young and dumb in trucks, is like, what if you get in a situation like this, that you have a situation where maybe, and it's not in this case, but say if you have a case where a four-wheeler causes a wreck. Okay, this is before we had dash cams. Okay, and the four-wheeler comes out and pulls out in front of you, and then you run over and kill them. But let's just say that. But if your logbook doesn't match anything, say if you're behind on your logs, or it doesn't match your fuel receipts, or your loading, unloading, or if you're just over your hours, you as a driver, me as a driver, we would get charged with manslaughter. Okay, well, now you have cameras out here, and this one's clearly not started by a four-wheeler. Okay, my thing is, you have the evidence right here. You have the evidence. This is your evidence. And listen, you say, well, the police doesn't have it. They do have it. I've emailed them this. They have it. This driver should be arrested for manslaughter. Okay, and I don't care what nationality he is, he or she.
There you go. That's the point I was making earlier.
I don't. It doesn't matter. Stuff like this, drivers should be held accountable. Okay? Probably what happened was this driver was looking at their phone. For this amount of time, this driver was probably looking down at their phone. That's just my opinion. I don't know. I guarantee you, let me go back, up or forward, whatever. These cameras right here and the cameras that are likely inside would have caught that for sure. Does it matter? Because look at this. That's enough right there. They didn't even apply their brakes until they made contact. And after that, it was just too late.
Now, Billy Clyde's son-in-law is in charge of things like this, and he would be the one for his company that reviews that video. And they recently had video of a man falling asleep while driving the truck, and the cameras and all the data showed that. So this man that's narrating this is exactly right.
Anyways, guys, that's what I have for you guys. Again, my condolences to the family here. This is tough. It's rough for them, and I hope.
Wait till you get up beside that if he's done pausing this thing 76 times. The accordion effect of the white van that smashed between the two semis. Try to get a glimpse of that.
They get what's theirs. You know what's owed to them. It doesn't bring them back.
It's almost gone.
It doesn't bring back the victim. Okay, but at least she'll get a look.
Now it does look like the silver Subaru made it out, but then the idiot gets out of the car and walking around like most of the time when there's an accident behind the accident because the other dumb son of a bitch is looking at the phone too. So don't get out of your car next to an accident that just fucking happened. Give it a pull up a little bit more, pull off, stay on scene so you can give some testimony if you saw something, but don't get out of the car right by the fucking accident and get killed yourself.
Some sort of closure out of this, and I'm on your side. I am. I'm a truck driver. I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, but I'm fighting for the safety and well-trained truck drivers out here, okay? And this is poor lack of training. It absolutely is. You said, well, put down the phones. That's a part of the training. It's part of the training.
Now, you can't tell me that the dumb son of a bitch doesn't already know that you shouldn't drive with a phone in your hand. We all know that. Whether you do it or not, you know you shouldn't do that. Now, Billy Clyde, I can't do that because I know I'll fuck up. I can't see that phone good enough with the glasses, and you're looking at the phone and it takes me too long I won't even look at a text. I can't do it. I gotta wait until I stop that son of a bitch. Now I'm not saying that, I'm better than anyone else and I don't do bad things. I can't see the damn phone whether I want to or not. I know it takes too much time for me to get the phone, unlock it, look at it, and get it sighted right in my glasses where I see it. By then, I've already fucking ran something over.
Anyways, Bonehead Truckers, we're gone. Hey, Blue Tiger's got this new...
All right. So, it's time to change pages a little bit. Let's move that over there. Billy Clyde Tuggle's jackass courtroom. Now, not to make light of the man that lost his life, but somebody's got to pay. Somebody's got to pay. The driver's got to pay. The company that employed him's got to pay. If Amazon owns the truck, they got to pay. If Amazon is leasing the truck, they got to pay. Somebody's got to pay. The loved ones who lost that man in that accident are going to get paid heavy. And rightfully so. deep pockets. So you bring that driver to Billy Clyde's jackass courtroom, and I guarantee you, guilty as charged, you son of a bitch.